What's up, YouTube? This is Kaput Avenue Studios, and I just wanted to put this video out there and give everybody here an update as to what we've been up to and what we're planning for in the future. Um, I want to first of all thank all of my subscribers and everybody out there that views my videos. We reached a milestone the other day, and here's some of the numbers you can see. I was happy with 100 subscribers when I started this website. I thought that it was going to be hard to get, and I've surpassed that value tremendously. I'm at 242, and obviously I'd like this number to go up some more, so we're going to try some new things. But our view count is just astonishing. We've hit 100,000 views and taken everything and blown away my expectations. So I want to thank everybody out there who views this website for informational purposes or just entertainment, whatever the case may be. I want to thank you guys wholeheartedly for the views, for subscribing, for checking out the channel, and helping me out. And now we're doing something that's going to possibly help you out. Since we started this channel way back when, I know it says May 27th, 2007, but the channel really didn't start for a while. I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we started uploading some videos, and really starting to try and generate some traffic, which we've, I think, been successful at, but we want to take this to the next level. Since we've been doing this, anything that's been shot with live action, whether it's one of the Muse videos or the M3 video or videos, any of these things, it's either been shot with an iPhone 4, which in some cases was great because it was quick and easy and worked very well, or we shot with this. Now this is a Sony HDR SR5. It's a little micro hard drive recorder that did full 1080i at 30 frames per second. Had a Carl Zeiss lens. At the time when I purchased this camera, I thought it was the bee's knees, and I found myself to be disappointed time and time and time again with the video performance of this camera, as you can witness here in this shot here for Muse Bass Tones Volume 4. It's not very good in low light settings, and it was a concern of ours. So we opted to sell this piece of equipment, which we did actually last week, and we've decided we're going to upgrade. And our upgrade's finally here, and we're still piecing together the things we need to do to get where we need to be to start shooting again. The first piece of gear we purchased is this. This is a Panasonic Lumix GH1. It is a Micro Four Thirds digital SLR, which was one of the first digital SLRs to shoot in 1080i video. Now, anybody who has done some research on cameras will probably stumble upon this. You have your Canon fanboys, you have your Nikon fanboys, and that's fine. And I applaud you for sticking with a product for so long. We found this camera. This camera here is a Micro Four Thirds 12 megapixel digital SLR, and it does shoot video. However, one of the things that makes this camera interesting, and think it goes above and beyond what some of the other ones out there are capable of doing, was in 2009, after this camera was released, there was a hack for the firmware. This basically took the video capability of the GH1 and turned it into something magnificent. You can see here, this is the Luminous Landscape website. It was just a little thing to show you what was involved using P-Tool and a few other things. But we've actually acquired a camera, and we've run the hack on it. And I have to say the results so far are astonishing. With this camera, we are going to be running this Minolta lens. This is a fixed 50 with a fixed aperture of 1.7. it's going to be a great starter lens. We obviously want to upgrade in the future, and we will be. We actually had one of these lying around, and because we are on a severe budget here, we are doing everything on the cheap. Now, in order to use this lens with this camera here, we need an adapter. And that's one of the unique things about the GH1, is that this camera can pretty much fit any lens under the sun, from closed circuit television cameras lenses to the Nikon lenses that you may shoot with, your Nikkor lenses, to your Carl Zeiss's, to your Canon lenses, your Minolta lenses, Sony Alpha lenses, anything, Olympus, whatever. You can adapt almost any lens to this camera, giving us the widest of choices in terms of fitting whatever lens we want to this camera. And obviously, you have to purchase the lens, you have to purchase the adapter, but once everything is here, you can then put the whole system together and start shooting. The onboard audio of this camera is not the greatest, and they never are. And I know that some of what we do here is audio based. So we're going to address this issue with the Rode Stereo Video Mic Pro. We're going to try and get one of these here shortly, although I'm not making any promises. But this is the next step. Once we've got the fundamentals from the Class 10 card, and we have lens adapter and lenses all sorted out, and things are running smoothly, we're going to jump to the Rode Stereo Video Mic Pro. Because from what we do, we feel this is probably where we need to be for this channel. Now, another update that I want to give you guys is we've been working on a little bit of a silly project. And that silly project is a sports show, specifically for you guys. Something that I know sports fans are going to love. And right now, we're looking at calling this the half-hour power hour. And I wanted to give you some insight as to what we've been doing recently. For instance, the first thing that we've been doing is we've been working in Cinema 4D. And we've been creating some pretty astonishing effects. This is going to come across choppy because we're using a screen capture. I can assure you that the video is nice and smooth. And it does the job appropriately. We've been messing around with different 3D models, text, and other things like that to try and model this after something like a real news show. But I can assure you that we're not going the angle of an ESPN copy. Just trust me. I'll post some snippets or maybe some previews to this show here shortly once we get some test footage going. And actually, that reminds me, along with all of the stuff that we've been doing here, I did want to give you guys just a little bit more insight as to what else we've been doing. Come over here to the purchase history and show you what else we got. We got ourselves a 10-foot by 20-foot green screen with what they call 2400 watt photo light kit. Effectively, it's 12 compact fluorescent bulbs at 45 watts into a ceramic-based housing with a softbox lighting over top. And, of course, the stands, plus the green screen in the stands. We plan on using the green screen for the television show, though I may use it for some other things, which will show up at a later date. And that gives you the idea of what exactly we've been up to. We are planning on releasing some new things coming up shortly. One of the things that I was going to let you guys know, anybody in here that's been watching my M3 videos, specifically the SMG tour and things of that nature, I will have a full-fledged M3 video sometime late spring, early summer. I'm going to shoot a full review of the car, touching on everything. And yes, I promise we will use launch control. there are some things that we have to work out in order to get that taken care of. And the first thing is new camera, learning the gear, and doing those types of things. We're also in the process of building some stuff. We need to build a teleprompter, we need to build a jib, and those other types of things. But I did want to let you guys know that this was like the number one priority we had, was getting a new camera that was excellent in low light settings, could provide us with excellent film quality, and was a lot better editable. Something that we could do some slow motion stuff with, something we could do some great action shots with. We're going to step up the production game. Not sure if you guys are aware, but here at this studio, we use Final Cut Pro. With Final Cut Pro, we've also gotten ourselves into a bunch of new plugins. We've started working on some of the hardware. We're on a Mac Pro, running a 30-inch cinema display at 2560 by 1600. It's coming together, is basically what I'm trying to say. We're going to piece all this gear together and use every last bit of knowledge we can put together into some of these new videos, and hopefully we can crank out some really amazing product for you guys. I've still got the M3 review that I want to do. I still have the installation and review of the night vision system on the M3. We have a new segment on some of the pedals that we want to do, including the majority of the Eventide pedals, some of the other things that are out there, and even some guitar gear for all you guitar guys that are just looking to see. And we're probably going to be doing some more hands-on stuff, but I just wanted to give you guys just this quick little update to let you know that we haven't stopped working, that we haven't forgotten about finishing up these projects, that we are, in fact, in the zone ready to produce. We're just not there with our equipment yet, and we've decided that now is the time to do a title shift. Now is the time for us to move forward and get all of our ducks in a row, build this system up to be the best it possibly can be, and put out the best videos that we can provide for you. So, again, thank you very much for everything, for the support, for the subscribers, for the views, for the thumbs up, for everything that you guys have done for me. I truly appreciate it, and I promise that I will do my best to not only continue making videos for the community, but I'm going to do my best to make the best videos for the community. If you have any requests, if you have anything that you're interested in seeing that might be on the scope of what you've seen on this website, a different type of Apple tutorial maybe, or a different Glock instructional video, leave it in the comments below. Absolutely leave it in the comments. I read all my comments. I'm sure some of you have seen it. I typically respond to every comment that comes into my page. And I will do my best to make sure that everything gets addressed if it's possible. We will continue to work hard to take care of this and make this, in my opinion, one of the best YouTube channels out there. I know that we're not specific to one thing. We tend to bounce around and touch on a few topics. But we're going to continue to do what we do. And what we do is provide good informational content that's going to help you in any situation that you're in with the topics discussed on this site. And we're going to continue to push these topics, and we're going to expand on some. We also have a few other things that we've been cooking up, some ideas. So I'm going to keep you guys posted with this. Let this idea sit and ferment for a while. Let us get everything together, and we're going to start cranking out more content for you. But not only are we going to crank out content, but it's going to be quality, and the quality of that quality content is going to be far superior than what you've ever seen on this site, and in some cases, YouTube itself. So, thanks again, and until next time, have a great day.